All right, adventurers, buckle up because we're about to dive into the wild, wacky, and wonderful world of London, where tea flows like rivers, double-decker buses rule the streets, and pigeons are basically royalty. If you're visiting London for the first time this year, or ever, you've landed on the right video. I'm Jerry from Wanderbird and Friends, your trusted guide through this sprawling capital city that's equal parts history, charm, chaos, and, well, traffic jams. Over the years, I've spent months exploring every nook and cranny of this place, from its iconic landmarks to its hidden gems. And today, I'm spilling all my secrets so you can conquer London like a pro. Planning your epic London adventure. Let's start with the basics. When should you visit? Spoiler alert, it's not July or August unless you enjoy being packed into the tube like sardines while sweating profusely. Seriously, folks, the London Underground wasn't built for heat waves, and let me tell you, it gets sticky. Like, I just hugged a swamp sticky. So if you want pleasant weather without the crowds, aim for spring or fall. Winter? Sure, it's chilly, but imagine sipping mulled wine at a Christmas market under twinkling lights. Magical, right? Now, how long should you stay? 4 days is the bare minimum. Anything less, and you'll feel like you're speedrunning an epic RPG, you know? But if you really want to level up, tack on a few extra days for day trips outside the city. Trust me, Oxford, Bath, and Windsor Castle are worth the detour. These places aren't just destinations, they're experiences that will leave you breathless and Instagram famous. Arriving in style and saving money. Next up, arrival tips. Greater London has 6 airports. Yes, 6. Heathrow, Gatwick, Stansted, Luton, London City Airport, and Southend. Most international travelers will fly into Heathrow or Gatwick. Now here's where things get spicy. Avoid the Heathrow Express unless you're made of money. It's fast, sure, but also wildly expensive. Instead, hop on the tube. It's cheaper, easy peasy with a contactless card, and honestly, Paddington Station isn't exactly next door to everything anyway. Save those pounds for fish and chips, or maybe even a pint at a cozy pub. Choosing your base camp. When it comes to hotels, location matters, but not as much as you'd think. London is huge, spread out, and frankly, exhausting to navigate if you're schlepping across town every day. My advice? Pick somewhere comfy, close to good food options, and near a tube station in Zone 1 or 2. Why? Because these zones put you within striking distance of most attractions and save you cash on public transport. Just don't expect luxury amenities everywhere. Many hotels are converted old buildings, which means no elevators, no AC, and sometimes questionable Wi-Fi. Read reviews carefully. You don't want to end up sleeping in a glorified broom closet. If you're staying longer than a week, consider serviced apartments. They're perfect for travelers who want a bit more space and independence. Plus, having a kitchen means you can cook your own meals instead of surviving solely on overpriced sandwiches and soggy fries. But hey, if you're craving convenience, there are plenty of boutique hotels tucked away in charming neighborhoods like Notting Hill or Shoreditch. Just remember, comfort over proximity to landmarks. You'll thank me later. Tech tips for the modern explorer. Before you jet off, make sure you've got 2 essentials: a travel-friendly credit card and an international SIM card. London is practically a cashless society these days. Even restaurants use QR codes for menus. Good news? SIM cards are cheap and easy to grab at airport vending machines. Look for 3. And ditch that high-fee credit card. Get something like the Wise card instead. It lets you hold multiple currencies, minimizes fees, and makes paying abroad a breeze. No one likes surprise charges ruining their vacation glow. And while we're talking tech, download City Mapper or Google Maps before you land. These apps are lifesavers for navigating public transport. Need to know the fastest way to Camden Market? Done. Want to figure out how to avoid walking through Hyde Park after dark? Easy. Technology is your best friend in a city this big. But wait, there's more. While tourists often flock to hop-on, hop-off buses, they're better suited for sightseeing than actual transportation. Buses, though, they're underrated heroes. Cheap, scenic, and oh so British thanks to those iconic double-deckers. Grab a seat upstairs, snap some pics, and enjoy the ride. Just be prepared for unpredictable traffic and delays. Pro tip, always check the digital boards at bus stops for accurate timings, not Google Maps. And hey, if you're in tourist-heavy areas like Covent Garden or Westminster, why not walk? Not only does it save time, but you'll stumble upon charming alleyways, quirky shops, and maybe even a street performer juggling flaming torches. Bonus points if you wave hello to the Tower Bridge guards. They love that stuff. Mastering the tube without losing your mind. Ah, the tube, the lifeblood of London. Love it or hate it, you can't escape it. Here's the golden rule. Avoid rush hour like the plague. Between 7:30 to 9 a.m. and 5 to 7 p.m., the trains become human Tetris tournaments. Unless you're training for the Olympics, skip it. Another thing, always give yourself buffer time. Delays happen, signals fail, and occasionally someone holds up the entire line by dropping their umbrella onto the tracks. True story. One last piece of advice, stand on the right if you're using the escalators. Locals take this seriously. It's practically sacred law. Block the left side and you might find yourself on the receiving end of some very British passive-aggressive stares. You've been warned. All right, adventurers, let's talk tube survival skills. Because nothing screams "I'm a tourist" louder than fumbling for your card at the fare gates while an impatient crowd builds up behind you. Here's the golden rule. Keep your ticket or contactless card handy. Seriously, have it in your pocket before you even step foot on the platform. You're going to need it to tap out every time you leave a station, so don't be that person holding everyone hostage because they can't find their card. Another pro tip, download your journey map before you descend into the tube abyss. Why? Because most tube stations are black holes when it comes to cell service. No signal, no navigation, just you, the rats, allegedly, and maybe some buskers playing Adele covers. So grab a map, use offline apps like Citymapper, or screenshot your route. Trust me, you'll thank yourself later. And here's one more thing. If you're squished onto a crowded train during rush hour, and odds are you will be, do everyone a favor and move your bag to the front. Backpacks are great for hiking, but not so much for squeezing into a sardine tin disguised as public transport. Keep it close, keep it safe, and spare your fellow passengers from accidental elbow jabs. Oh, and speaking of etiquette, let's settle this once and for all. Stand on the right side of the escalator unless you're walking up. The left is the fast lane, reserved for those power-walking commuters who've clearly had too much caffeine. Block their path, and you might just earn yourself some very British side-eye, or worse, a passive-aggressive sigh loud enough to echo through the tunnels. Wow, we have come to the end of today's episode, but there's still a lot to unpack. In part 2, we'll dive even deeper, exploring hidden gems, local favorites, and some surprises you won't want to miss. From the historic streets to the breathtaking views, there's just so much magic packed into this city. Trust me, it's going to be unforgettable. So make sure you're ready for it. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button so you can join us on more adventures like this one. Whether it's exploring cities, uncovering culture, or just having fun along the way, we've got plenty more coming your way. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single moment when it drops. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps support the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in part 2. Until then, keep exploring, stay curious, and as they say here in London, cheerio.